Ducks in a Row, the Game Boy puzzle game that never existed. Until now. I've always loved puzzle games since I was a kid. I've played all the mainline Professor Layton games, both Mario Picross titles, and played all the Danganronpa games. Please don't leave. So I've been waiting for a while to finally take a quack at making one myself. The question then was, what kind of puzzle game would I make? So, I started to reflect on puzzle games that were smaller in size so that they would be in my scope, but really stuck with me. That's when I remembered Handshakes, a super goofy Sokoban game with a twist of getting these guys with super long arms to shake hands. That game, all these years later, despite the simple concept, really stuck with me, and I think that simple concept is exactly why. It's one part great puzzle design, and one part just plain goofiness. Anyways, I figured I could do something similar, so I started thinking of ways I could put a twist on the classic Sokoban game. My first idea was a variation on Snake, where if you get too long, you end up running into your tail in the grid and get stuck, but it still didn't have that flair to it. One night, though, I was lying in bed. It was probably about 2 a.m., considering this problem, when it hit me. So I went to my desk in a creative fervor, made these two sprites, and saved them and went back to sleep. And boy, am I glad that I did. The concept was simple. You're a mama duck navigating a park, and instead of pushing boxes, you're trying to gather all your baby ducks together. The thing is, the baby ducks follow in a line, so for them to join you, they have to attach to the end of your already existing line of ducks. Additionally, Mama Duck can't pass through any of them, so she can't move backward, or through a duck in front of her, or through any in the middle of her line either. With these mechanics in mind, I got to work. First, I started with the simple grid-based movement, then added collision to these boxes that definitely aren't the same as the ones from Link's Awakening. Then I made it so the Mama Duck node had a list of baby ducks, and baby ducks in that list follow her around. After that, all I needed was for single baby ducks to be able to tell where the end of Mama's row is, and if they're next to it, they join right in. I also made them do a little hop and sound when this happens to show when they join. Adorable. Finally, I added a goal tile, and added some code that when Mama Duck steps on it for it to activate. Basically, the goal tile then gets how many baby ducks are in the level, and when Mama Duck's row size is equal to that total number, the level is completed. At this point now, I had everything I needed to design a bunch of levels, and so I did. And after I designed everything with the bare bones boxes, my brother went back over and added these decorations over everything, as well as updating my original duck sprites to make it look nice. And with that, a lot of the bare mechanics of the game were done. All I had to do was make a bunch of levels, and the whole thing would be done in about a month or something, right? 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 Designing puzzles is hard. More on that next time. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support what we do, consider liking, subscribing, or even joining our Patreon. I'll be giving a shout out to any of our future members here at the end of the Devlogs, as well as posting work-in-progress versions of the soundtrack over there. Thanks again, and see you next time!